Hey everyone. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to import image files to Lightroom Classic. So the first thing you should do is have either your external hard drive plugged in or your memory card plugged in so that you can take your images from these sources into Lightroom Classic. Now your new Lightroom Classic catalog should be empty at this point, and because of that we want to bring images in to work on. So in order to import images, there's a couple ways to get there. If you're in the library module, you can go ahead and click on import at the bottom left corner. You can also go to File, Import Photos and Video. I'm going to hit import as I'm already in library. And Lightroom is going to then take you to its import screen. So a couple of things to note here. On the left-hand side of your screen, there is going to be your sources. Okay. Right-hand side, you're going to have destinations. And up at the top, you're going to have a few options here as how you want to import your files. If we go back to the source side, you'll see that all the items that are already on my computer are shown. So here I have my SD card or my memory card. If I were to click on this folder, you would see all the images that I photographed in the past here. Okay. What I'm actually going to work off of is my external hard drive, as this is the way that I prefer to import my images. So if I click here, you'll see these are all my folders and files on my drive. I'm going to find the appropriate file that I want to work off of today. And if I click on that folder, you'll see all the images that I can import from that folder. Okay? So up here, you're going to have a few options as how you want to add your images. What we're going to be concerned with is copy as DNG and the add option. I'm going to cover the add option first, as this is the way, again, that I choose to put my images into Lightroom so that I can work on them. Okay? So with add, actually, you are not moving your files around at all, meaning that all add is doing is allowing you to access your files in Lightroom Classic so that you can organize and edit them. I see this as a bit of a space saver, so I choose to do it this way. Okay? So if we stay on the Add tab here, you can see that all our images are checked. You can go in here and uncheck all the images, and then you can go in and individually select images that you'd like to import. For the sake of brevity, I'm just going to choose a few images here, import, and then I'm going to import them into Lightroom. Okay. So I'll hit import. You can see what's happening with Lightroom here at the top left-hand corner. And now that the job is done, we're back in our library module, and we can see that the two images that we selected are now imported into Lightroom, and you can then now work on them. So we have a couple different views here. You have the grid mode, individual mode. You can also select them in the film strip tab. Now, I want to talk about copy as DNG option, so I'm again in the library mode, going to go back to import. Go back to my hard drive. And now we're back with all the images. This time we're going to select copy as DNG. And as discussed before, DNG stands for digital negative. And what digital negatives are conversions from your camera's raw file, which is what you all should be shooting. And the DNG, what it does is that it compresses the image so that it's smaller and takes up less space without losing any of the data. And it becomes more of a universal file. You can work on DNG files on other editing softwares. Okay. And what's important to note about copy as DNG is that it's not using the original file, it's making a copy of the original file. And because of that, you have to select where this copy is going to end up. So you have to go over here to destination if you're going to be using copy as DNG as an option. And those of you who are going to be importing your images directly from your SD card or your memory card, this is the option that you want to use. So, copy as DNG, we have to go over to destination. You can see here under destination that I have put into subfolder selected. I have date, by date selected. This is how you organize them. There are other options. This is the best as far as organization goes. And you also have the date that the image is made. Sorry, this is the date that the folder was made. You can choose different ways to display this. I'm just going to leave it here. Then we go down to this area, which is actually my computer. Okay, so this is my desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to desktop, select it here. I have this folder, 107D, and I'm going to put my images in this folder. Okay. And again, for the sake of brevity, I'm going to only select one image, just so you can see what happens. I have this image selected. It's coming from my hard drive, and it's going to this folder 107D as a copy as a DNG. I'm going to hit import. You'll see that it's going to work up here for a little bit. Okay. It's in our library, and it's currently converting our image into a DNG. Okay. As it's working, I'm going to then access my hard drive to show you where it's going to live. So now the work is done here. I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to go to my Finder, Desktop, 107D. My image should be right here. Preview is going to take a minute to load, but there's your image, just like it is in Lightroom. Okay, so now you can access this copy here in order to work in Lightroom. And with your images imported, you're now able to organize them and take them into Develop to edit them.